Hello everybody, welcome to Canadian Immigration Channel. Now, topic of today, what if you came in Canada already? So you are successful, you got yourself a temporary resident visa, you came in, you spent here a week, couple of months, and you finally found yourself an employer who is ready to sponsor you. The employer saying, look, you got those skills, I love that, I want you to stay. It could be a relative, it could be a friend, it could be an employer you just found. So what to do next? How to explain an employer what are the next steps to be made, and how to understand what needs to be done. Now, of course, the whole situation would depend on many factors. What would be the position, whether it requires additional permission from immigration authorities or from HSDC, or it would not require anything, or you would be able with this support to apply for immigration to Canada. If we're talking about labor market impact assessment, which is the permission for an employer to hire a foreign worker, the employer, not you, would have to submit a whole bunch of papers in order to successfully lodge an application to HRSDC, which will process this application and give their opinion whether you could be hired or not. And with this permission, you would have to obtain the work permit. Now, the difficulty is, and I think we spoke about it in previous videos, employers don't know how to approach that. LMIA employers do not want to deal with it. They don't want to fill up those papers, and it's quite challenging. I would say employers just don't want to work with that. So what to do next? Well, you could always come to us and just, if you want, we will do this part on behalf of the employer. We'll help your employer to lodge the application. But before doing that, make sure that you understand your chances correctly. Say you're from one of the Atlantic provinces, chances are that your employer will be able to sponsor you for immigration without the need to apply for LMIA. Chances are this employer in this position will not be beneficial for you at all, because maybe you would be hired for a position of a cleaner, which is like a low-skilled position. The maximum you will get is you will get Canadian work experience, again, in a low-skilled position, which will not allow you to immigrate. So I would suggest that generally, before saying yes, no, whether to go, whether to accept or not accept this position, drop us a line, right? Like, you could always send us an email, generic one, like, I have an employer, he or she is taking me for this position, what should I do next? If it requires additional consultation, we will be able to tell you. If it's a yes, no question, which requires us a couple of minutes to respond, we will be able to tell you before you make any additional steps, or maybe wrong steps. Because there are multiple pathways which are open if you're, again, successful enough and lucky enough to come here and actually secure yourself employment in Canada. So stay tuned with us. Our contacts are always at the end of the video and at the bottom of this video, so just feel free to send us an email. We'll be glad to respond.